Was it nice, especially knowing that these next few weeks, you're going to have a lot of Wednesday games, to have a full week of practice going into a busy weekend?
Yeah, it's really good. 3-3s are really difficult, so I gave the guys a couple days off, have 2 days of practice. But yeah, it's always good when you go into the new week, when you kind of win the weekend series, and guys did a great job, and we got another one coming up.
Manage a lineup that is missing three integral pieces of the forward group.
It's guys got to step up. I think we've done it all year, whether it's guys have been up, down, injured, and it's just that next man up mentality. Whoever's in the lineup, they know what the standard of play is, how we need to play to be successful, and everybody's going through it. I don't think you could use it as an excuse. Guys are going to get opportunity to play. I mean, we're right at the number right now, but I think it's good. You guys have worked really hard to earn opportunities, and they're getting a real chance tonight to play a lot more minutes than they usually do.
How important is this team's defense to creating offense?
I think it's the foundation. I think you have to defend, and you have to check to win. I think if you look at our numbers, I think it's going to be the first time in a really long time we give up 200 goals in a season. If you look at the teams that have won in the past, you could look it up. The teams that are in the finals are the two teams that keep pucks out of their net. We know we can score, but at this time of the year, you gotta defend your net. You got to play from the inside out. I think other than the Utica game to start, I think our guys have really bought into that. Yeah, it's a mentality and a mindset, and if you defend well, you're going to have the puck more, and we have the puck a lot. I think we have the most drawn penalties in the league, I think, because we have the puck more. So that I'm a big believer in team defense, and I credit the group a lot for buying into that.
A couple of individuals I want to ask you about. Noah Ostlund is the first one. I think you'll see a lot of first-year European players go through an adjustment period with larger ice to smaller ice here. I mean, this isn't like now we're talking two and a half months of him basically being a point per game. Like, this doesn't look like a little stretch. This is the real deal.
Yeah, I've been saying it all year. There was probably a little concern from, everybody looks at the stat sheet and sees stats, but he does so many things away from the puck that that go sometimes unnoticed. And he was eventually going to score for the amount of, how much he creates, anybody who we play with him immediately becomes a threat by the way he plays the game. And really, he's thrown into an environment where as 20-year-old, he's playing 1C in the AHL, and he's really carried us. I mean, it's really difficult with guys going up, the Laval weekend, Dunner and Rosie are gone, Murgle's up. Like, there's a lot of, it just so happens to be, it's a time of the year where points are really important, and we're losing guys, but that's part of it, and you need guys to carry you. You need your best players to be your best players, and he's been every bit of that. I mean, I probably have to watch his minutes a little bit. I'm playing him a lot, but his tank is really good for a young kid. He can go. We're going to need him to be really good this weekend.
It's easy for media to look at the stats, but I mean, I think he leads the team's forward group in plus minus. He's one of the best plus minus forwards in the AHL.
No, I mean, if you look at I won't go into details about an injury, but he had a really significant, what he went through. If he plays the entire season, you're talking about a kid that could be rookie of the year. By his 200-foot game, power play, penalty kill. The Syracuse game, he's got a shorthanded goal. He's got two power play goals. He basically took the team on his back as a 20-year-old kid, and probably the hardest place to play in the league. And he's been great. It's been like I said before, we're really fortunate to have him, and for myself to be able to coach him and be around him. And there's so many things he does. His inner drive to want to be great every day. He's an everydayer. For a young kid to have those habits, how hard he practices, how hard he trains, he's in here after games at age 45 working on, it's easier. It's a lot easier said than done. He's become a quiet leader for us as a young kid. Like the way he goes about it, and can't say enough about him, and really like it, coach him.
Ask you about the new guy now, Tyler Kopf. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, I think he's a big physical forward. He works really hard. I think, reaching out to coaches in the ECAC where he played, and, our evaluators that watch him, I think he has a physical presence. I think he, can really create on the forecheck and kind of a dog on a bone type mentality. He had a good day yesterday. He won't be in tonight, but there'll be times this weekend, given where we're at with the numbers, that he'll get in.
Dan, do you have anything?
Yeah, Coach, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so few games left in the season. I know you said earlier in the year you didn't look at the standings. Does that change now with so few games left?
A little bit. You want to separate. Like I think it's really important to get one of those, 1, 2, 3 seeds. You'd like to have home ice because that, given the schedule it just came out, like that's really difficult to be in a 4 or 5 seed. You end the season on Saturday, you play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you play another series to start Friday. I mean, that's really difficult. So I think for us, you want to play on home ice. Whether, we probably have to get pretty hot to, catch the team at the top. But, for me, I haven't looked at it. It's all about our team playing consistent. We've been 1 or 2 for probably 2.5 months. That's really hard to do in pro hockey. That means you have to be consistent. You have to keep showing up. Teams are coming after you. They know where you're at. They know what type of team you are. And, that's a credit to group to put us in a position with 11 games out of where we're at.
March has been challenging, just in the sense of call-ups. We talked about the stomach bug and just some of these ups and downs. But do you think that's a benefit to you as a first-year head coach going through some adversity now, and some of these younger guys to get to understand, to get ready for the playoffs, that this is the type of hockey? Can there be a silver lining to maybe some of these, I don't want to call them struggles, but ups and downs?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think when you look at the stretch we're on, given the call-ups, given the sickness, guys out of lineup, I thought, I'm really wins and losses. I think it's more about the process of your team playing. And I look at the games that we've played against really good opponents during that stretch, and I think we were probably at 1 5-on-5 goal against per game, and to me that's winning hockey. That's all. Sure, we weren't on the right end of it, and you hate to lose, but I think when you look at our team game and the guys out of the lineup, I thought we did a really good job, and we're better off now than we were when we started this kind of the month of March, if you get what I'm saying. We're in a better place. We're a better team. To give up, we played Charlotte. If you look at the games, they go into Providence, they have 72 shots in 2 games, and we limit them to 34 shots. To me, regardless of what the score is, that's winning hockey. You're ultimately going to win more games if you play that way. And, our guys have really stepped it up during this stretch. We're playing good hockey. Like I said, regardless of the record, I like where our team is. I like where our mindset is coming into these games. Utica's another great example. Weren't great, 3-3, but we found a way to win a hockey game and played our best when the game got hard.
Appreciate that. And one last one for me. Talk about the mindset. With the games winding down in the regular season, what is the focus, again, with 3 of your top guys out this weekend, the mindset heading into this weekend for you and your message to the team?
Yeah, you got to play connected, you got to play together, and you got to play a team game. I think that's the biggest thing with our group. It doesn't change the way we play. We got to play north, fast and predictable, and when we're skating, we're a really hard team to defend. And I think that's the focus, whether whoever's in the lineup, like that's got to be our mindset. If our 18 players were dressing in the lineup today, they all have to have the same, the discipline that we need to play with at this time of the year. You can't cheat the game. You got to play it the right way. And especially with guys that are out, the margin for error is really, really small. So it's managing the game, managing the puck, making teams go 200 feet, that we're checking well. When we're playing really good, we got 5 guys in the pitcher all the time. So yeah, that's got to be the mindset going to this week. If we're trying to win the weekend, so 2 out of 3, that's kind of like our mini segment before we get into the 5-game segments to finish the season. But yeah, this is a big weekend for our group.
Appreciate it, Coach. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Danny.